The old Victorian house on the hill stood silently against the stormy sky, its shadow casting an eerie presence over the land, and as the new homeowner approached, the realtor leaned in close, her voice barely above a whisper, offering a warning that would chill anyone's bones. As the door creaked open, the musty smell of age and neglect filled the air, and every room seemed frozen in time, hinting at the secrets buried deep within the walls. Little did the homeowner know, something dark lingered just beyond their sight. Peering into the dusty mirror, the homeowner felt an unsettling chill run down their spine as their own reflection seemed to twist and change, while across the room an old book lay open, its pages filled with eerie accounts that hinted at the dark history woven into the very fabric of their new home. Drawn by an inexplicable force, the homeowner ascended the creaking staircase, each step echoing with a sense of foreboding, leading them toward the attic where whispers of the past seemed to beckon from beyond the partially open door. As the camera lingers on the locked door in the basement, whispers of curiosity surround it. This room has always been off limits, a mystery lingering in the shadows waiting to be uncovered. What lies beyond its sturdy frame is a question that haunts the minds of those who dare to gaze upon it. With each heartbeat, curiosity grows stronger. The weight of the unknown pulls at the very soul, as if the house itself is holding its breath in anticipation of what might come next. The basement seems to whisper secrets, beckoning to those brave enough to confront the locked door that has remained sealed for far too long. In a moment that feels suspended in time, the key is discovered, its presence igniting hope and dread alike. The shadows dance around the figure as they grip the key tightly, pondering whether to surrender to their curiosity or retreat back into the familiar darkness of the unknown. With a hesitant twist, the key unlocks years of secrecy, the door creaking open like a portal to another world. What lies within is cloaked in shadows, yet the air hums with unspoken stories, filling the space with an enigmatic allure that pulls the figure closer. In a quaint suburban home, the photographs of a loving family start to mysteriously alter when no one is paying attention, revealing hidden emotions and stories behind each captured smile. As the curious girl stands before the picture, astonishment fills her face, realizing that the laughter and memories in the frame are alive, intertwined with magical secrets held by the elder. With the sun setting, the family reminisces about their past, unaware that the photograph is transforming, each face subtly revealing layers of joy, sorrow, and cherished memories. In an enchanting display, the photograph captures fleeting moments from different eras, while the inquisitive boy leans in, determined to unlock the secrets held within those shifting expressions. Gathered around the table, the family is enthralled by the playful shifts in their portrait, igniting a heartfelt discussion about love, connection, and the stories that bind them together. As the flickering flames dance, laughter fills the air, and the family realizes that the shifting photograph reflects not just their history, but the strength of their unbreakable connection. The night was thick with an unsettling silence, yet an uncanny presence lingered just beyond the reach of the light. Tonight, as Sarah walked home, she sensed a shadow trailing her, but this was no ordinary shadow. It moved differently, almost as if it were alive and had intentions of its own. Panic surged through Sarah as she stopped in her tracks, her breath quickening. The shadow darted down the alley, twisting and turning, teasing her like a mischievous spirit. With every step, it beckoned her closer, yet a deep instinct urged her to turn back and flee. Heart pounding, Sarah felt an irresistible pull towards the elusive figure. Something about the shadow intrigued her, promising secrets hidden in the night. With a deep breath, she took a cautious step forward, her instincts battling against her desire for discovery. The shadow led her towards an old, dilapidated building, its windows dark and foreboding. Sarah felt the weight of her decision as she stood at the threshold, wondering what secrets lay beyond the rotting door. With courage rising within her, she stepped forward into the unknown, ready to confront whatever awaited her. In the stillness of the evening, the house feels alive with the unsettling presence of whispers echoing through the ductwork. As the faint murmurs reverberate off the walls, a chill runs down your spine, leaving you wondering who or what is lurking just out of sight. With each passing moment, the pressure builds as an unseen presence draws nearer, luring you deeper into the mystery. The resident's heart races, caught between the need to uncover the source of the eerie sounds and the instinct to flee from whatever may be waiting in the shadows. The faint whispers seem to beckon, weaving in and out of clarity, growing more insistent as the resident steadies their breath, trying to summon the courage to confront the unknown. Just when doubt begins to creep in, an unsettling sound from the vent makes them jump, pushing their resolve to its limits. Compelled by a strange mix of fear and curiosity, the resident inches closer to the vent, the shadows playing tricks on their mind. As the murmurs grow clearer, forming sentences that brush against the edges of comprehension, a sense of urgency propels them toward the unknown, whispering tales of secrets long buried. In the quiet aftermath of discovery, the curious child stood before the wall, having noticed an odd protrusion that beckoned for inspection. With nimble fingers, they pried at the plaster, uncovering a forgotten toy that seemed to reveal a story all its own. Its button eyes staring wildly into the void, as if it held secrets of years gone by. As the child clutched the bear to their heart, a wave of imagination washed over them, transforming the dim room into a vibrant land of adventure. Each stitch and fray of the bear's fabric whispered tales of playdates in forgotten eras, igniting a spark of curiosity that urged the child to seek out the stories hidden within its worn seams. Lost in creativity, the child began to sketch a world where their newly found bear was the hero, embarking on daring quests to rescue lost treasures and help enchanted friends. Each stroke of the crayon brought to life a universe, overflowing with enchantment, fueled by the spirit of the bear that had waited so long to share its secrets. Each morning, the unsettling sight of a dead bird on the doorstep seems to multiply the unease creeping into the heart of the household. It started with one, an unsuspecting casualty of fate, but as the days unfolded, more birds began to appear, each one silent testimony to some unseen tragedy. The woman, perplexed and troubled, could only wonder what dark omen was being delivered to her doorstep each morning. With each new arrival, an unsettling pattern emerged, prompting her to question whether nature was sending her a warning or simply reflecting the troubled energy surrounding her. Determined to honor the fallen, she gathered the lifeless bodies one last time, each burial a bittersweet act of closure in an increasingly strange reality. As she laid them to rest beneath a canopy of trees, she couldn't shake the feeling that something deeper was at play, a part of a larger mystery that beckoned her attention. As twilight descended, she found herself lost in thought, pondering the strange events that had unfolded. Little did she know, eyes were upon her, belonging to a creature that seemed to understand the bond between life and death more than any human ever could. She stirs awake in the heart of the forest, disoriented and confused, dirt clinging to her feet like a reminder of where she has been. As she gathers her thoughts, fragments of a forgotten journey begin to flicker in her mind, and the rustling leaves whisper secrets she cannot quite grasp. Panic sets in as she realizes she is lost, surrounded by trees that seem both foreign and hauntingly familiar. With each hesitant step, she feels the weight of her forgotten memories tugging at her consciousness, urging her to uncover the truth hidden within the woods. As she splashes water on her face, the coolness invigorates her senses, sharpening her resolve. Her fingers brush against a locket that glints in the light, triggering a wave of emotions and stirring fragments of memories that beckon her to remember. With the locket clutched in her hand, she feels a pull towards an unseen destination, an instinct guiding her deeper into the enigmatic woods. Shadows flicker just beyond her sight, hinting at the unknown mysteries waiting to unfold. The mirror doesn't reflect right. Her reflection lingers when she already turned away. The girl, feeling a chill creep down her spine, glances back only to find her own image smiling, even though she has walked away. Panic rises within her as she realizes the reflection isn't merely a trick of the light. It feels alive. With a trembling hand, she reaches forward, unsure if she wants to confront what lies behind that glass. As her fingertips brush the mirror's cool surface, she senses a magnetic pull drawing her towards the mysterious figure that is so much like herself. Curiosity battles with fear, compelling her to uncover the truth behind this haunting reflection. In an instant, the reflection lunges forward and she stumbles back, panic washing over her as the air around her thickens. The boundaries between reality and reflection blur and she realizes that something sinister is at play. She feels the chill of the mist encircling her ankles, a silent warning that something dark is reaching out for her. Panic surges within her as she realizes she must confront the malevolent force lurking within the glass. Rachel stood frozen, her heart pounding as she heard the scratching sound beneath the floorboards. A desperate noise that suggested something was trying to escape into her world. The scratching grew louder as if whatever lurked below was growing impatient, and Rachel's mind raced with questions about what could be waiting just beneath her feet. With trembling hands, Rachel decided to uncover the source of the noise, knowing that curiosity often leads to danger. But her instincts compelled her to face the unknown. As she pried the board free, a surge of cold air escaped from the darkness below, causing Rachel to shiver. But her desire for answers outweighed her fear. What she discovered was daunting. Ancient symbols etched into the ground below, hinting at secrets long buried and forgotten, igniting a flicker of determination within her. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Rachel lowered herself into the dark pit, unaware that eyes were watching her every move from the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. In the murky light, Rachel discovered old artifacts that hinted at a forgotten past, each item whispering the stories of those who had come before her, fueling her quest for discovery. The phone with no line rings unexpectedly, piercing the silence of the room, and a familiar voice echoes through the receiver, warning, "Don't trust them." Confusion washes over Rachel as she clutches the phone tightly, her heart racing at the familiar tone that seems both reassuring and alarming. As Rachel processes the chilling message, doubt creeps into her mind, making her question everything she thought she knew. The familiar voice echoes repeatedly in her thoughts, urging caution, while the urge to dismiss it battles within her. Rachel's anxiety escalates as she paces her living room, the familiar voice still ringing in her ears. Suddenly, a shadow flickers past the window, amplifying her fear and forcing her to confront the reality that maybe she truly cannot trust those around her. With her heart pounding, Rachel races to the window, desperation etched across her face as she scans the street for any sign of the shadow. The figure remains hidden, but the unease settles deep within her, confirming that the warning might be more than just a paranoid thought. Rachel's life took an unexpected turn when she stumbled upon a mysterious journal, one that seemed to write itself with predictions of events yet to unfold. This journal was not her own, yet it held the power to reveal the future, drawing her deeper into a world where every decision was intertwined with fate. As Nick read aloud the predicted event of a school dance gone awry, Rachel felt a mix of excitement and dread. Little did they know a lurking presence was also drawn to the journal's secrets, ready to disrupt their lives in ways they could never imagine. The night of the dance arrived, and as laughter filled the gym, Rachel couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Just as the first notes of music played, the predictions began to come true, plunging the evening into chaos as balloons exploded and panic ensued. Amidst the swirling chaos, Rachel clutched the journal, tightly scrambling to decipher how to change their fate. With Nick by her side, they knew they had to act fast before the night spiraled completely out of control. The dog won't enter that room. He whines and growls at an empty corner, a chill running down his spine. A strange energy seems to emanate from that shadowy space, causing the once brave canine to hesitate, his instincts shouting at him to stay away. As the dog takes a cautious step back, fear radiates through its entire being. The room holds an unsettling stillness, with shadows casting eerie shapes that dance on the walls, inviting curiosity, but threatening danger. The dog's paw hovers at the threshold, claws gripping the floor, fighting against the urge to run away. The flickering light reveals a rocking chair gently swaying, hinting at a presence that feels all too real yet remains unseen. Settling down just outside the room, the dog lowers its head, eyes filled with uncertainty, as it whines once more, sensing something amiss. A fleeting shadow glides over the rocking chair, amplifying the eerie atmosphere, as if whatever lurks within that corner is aware of the faithful guardian watching from afar. As Rachel continues her reckless escapade, she discovers an ancient clock in an old attic, its hands ticking backward, and she feels drawn to its mysterious aura. Unbeknownst to her, this clock resets her life each night at precisely 3:33 a.m., blending reality with an unknown twist. Intrigued by its power, Rachel begins to experiment with the clock, unsure of the consequences. Each night at 3:33 a.m., she finds herself faced with choices that could alter the trajectory of her life forever. As Rachel embraces the thrill of her altered reality, she feels empowered, yet increasingly reckless. Each reset offers her another chance to rewrite her story, but it also pulls her deeper into a world where every decision holds weight and darkness awaits. Faced with a pivotal decision, Rachel realizes that the clock's allure is not without consequences. The thrill of her escapades clashes with her longing for a normal life, leaving her torn between danger and the comfort of simplicity. They say she has changed, but she doesn't remember doing anything differently. As she sits there pondering the comments of friends and family, a cloud of uncertainty hangs over her. Was it her laughter that faded, or the brightness of her smile? Each sip of coffee feels like a reminder of how disconnected she has become from herself. In that moment, she yearns to join them, but a barrier keeps her anchored to her seat. Memories flood her mind, though they feel like fragments of someone else's life. The laughter, the joy, and the carefree days seem distant. What was it that changed? She recalls her late nights filled with dreams and plans, and now all that remains is this unsettling doubt about who she has become. As she flips through the images, a bittersweet smile crosses her face, tinged with nostalgia. Each photo is a snapshot of joy, a time when laughter came easily and life felt full of possibility. Now, a heaviness lingers in her heart, a yearning for that vibrant version of herself, while the chatter around her feels like an echo from a world she no longer belongs to.